No, 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 no. Neon signs are flashing on the way, the wet, affected street. Sirens wailing loudly while the urban hustlers meet. Concrete jungle shadows hiding secrets in the dark. Graffiti painted heavily across the public park. Taxis rushing blindly through the heavy pouring rain. City life is pumping like the blood inside of veins.
Asphalt burning hot despite the chilly midnight hours. Skyscrapers are towering, projecting wealth and power. Alleyways are filled with speakers blasting every bass. Everybody trying hard to win the ratting race.
Dealers on the corner making moves without a sound. Survival of the fittest in this busy, ruthless town. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies. Midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire.
Motorcycles revving, tearing down the avenue. Looking for a brand new thrill, a different point of view. Sirens getting closer, gotta make a quick escape. Dodging every obstacle and stepping out of shape.
Glamour mixed with danger in the crowded, noisy club. Bartenders are pouring liquor at the local pub. Diamonds dripping brightly under artificial lights. Chasing down illusions through the never-ending nights. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies. Midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. Stealing glass around us in this architectural maze. Trapped inside a permanent, intoxicating daze. Sirens fade to whispers as the dawn approaches fast. Wondering how long this frantic metropolis will last. Watch your back, keep your head down. Survive the night in the concrete town. Midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. The city never sleeps. Kingston, exhaling thick clouds into the soundproof studio room, dispelling entirely the residual daily gloom. Adjusting the microphone to capture the perfect take, creating masterpieces that the mainstream cannot fake. Singing smooth vowels that glide across the frequency, vibrating together in absolute pure sequence.
Inhaling the potent medicine of righteous herb, ensuring the outside interference does not disturb. Flipping the switches up on the massive mixing board, striking a beautifully resonant minor keyboard chord.
Tape machine spinning reels of magnetic analog, lost happily within this creative verbal fog. Pass the chalice near, make the vision clear, levitating off the chair. Music filling up the air, smoky harmony blending our voices perfectly as one, working consistently until the audio session is done. Frequencies intertwining like the rising incense bloom, banishing negativity straight out of the control room. Riding the instrumental groove with a relaxed attitude, achieving a monumental spiritual altitude.
Adding a heavy echo to the rhythmic rimshot snare, engineering a sonic landscape beyond compare. Plucking the muted strings of the vintage Fender bass, generating a massive vibration within this tight space. Dub plate spinning slowly on the master turntable,
proving our artistic talents are incredibly capable. Sipping high peppermint tea to soothe the vocal cords, ignoring the meaningless superficial music awards, harmonizing effortlessly without needing a written script, ensuring our collective consciousness is fully equipped. Eyes half closed, feeling the immense heavy sub, bathing luxuriously inside this phenomenal dub. Pass the chalice near, make the vision clear, levitating off the chair. Music filling up the air, smoky harmony blending our voices perfectly as one, working consistently until the audio session is done. Frequencies intertwining like the rising incense plume, banishing negativity straight out of the control room. Riding the instrumental groove with a relaxed attitude, achieving a monumental spiritual altitude. Acoustic walls, answering whenever the creative inspiration calls. Let the therapeutic smoke elevate the tired mind, leaving all the petty arguments completely behind. Inhale, slow, hold it deep. Let the bass put you to sleep. Smoky harmony blending our voices perfectly as one, working consistently until the audio session is done. Frequencies intertwining like the rising incense bloom, banishing negativity straight out of the control room. Riding the instrumental groove with a relaxed attitude, achieving a monumental spiritual altitude. Tape, reel, spin, smoke clears out. Harmony, what it's all about. Standing near the shoreline, feeling gentle breezes blow, Watching coral reefs completely glowing deep below, footprints disappearing underneath the salty foam, finding tranquil paradise where weary travelers roam. Seagulls flying high above the turquoise-colored sea. Everything feels perfect when you're sitting next to me.
Mountain peaks are hiding behind fluffy cotton clouds, far away from chaotic and suffocating crowds, drinking coconut water beneath the giant palm. Nature provides medicine that keeps my spirit calm. Roots are growing deeper in this fertile, sacred ground. Peacefulness surrounds us, there is magic to be found. Listen closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream. Gathering some driftwood for a blazing evening fire. Sparks are flying upwards, reaching higher, ever higher. Stories of our ancestors are shared around the flame, realizing the universe will never be the same. Stars are painting constellations in the velvet sky, watching shooting comets quickly passing, flying by. Barefoot dancing on the sand until the morning light, celebrating harmony throughout the peaceful night. Lean closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream. Vibrations travel through the humid atmosphere, washing away completely every single lingering fear. We are connected to the earth, the water and the air, a perfect sanctuary located far away from despair. Breathe in the ocean, breathe out the pain. Let the pure water wash away the stain. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Oh, island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream. Echoes drifting away, echoes, here we will stay.
painting the horizon with magenta, peach, and glowing pink. Sitting on the wooden porch to have a sweet, refreshing drink. Watching fluffy silhouettes replacing all the daytime heat. Tapping out a lazy tempo softly with my resting feet. Children finally heading homeward, finishing their yard games, calling out affectionately all their lovely nicknames.
Tuning up the bass guitar while swinging on the hammock chair. Smelling blooming jasmine flowers floating in the humid air. Neighbors congregating slowly, laughing by the garden gates, knowing that we have no reason whatsoever to be late.
Daylight is surrendering and yielding to the twilight hour, embracing the tranquility and soft restorative power. Orange turning gray, ending of the day. Shadows growing tall, evening starts to fall. Sunset rhythm taking over, slowing down the busy pace, putting an enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. Let the evening serenade us as the colors blend and fade, enjoying this spectacular masterpiece that God has made.
Striking up a match to light the hanging lantern glass, listening to crickets chirping loudly in the meadow grass, pouring out a beverage and passing it across the lawn, promising to keep the music playing until early dawn. Rhythm is infectious, making everybody nod their head, forgetting all the stressful things the boss had recently said.
Fireflies are blinking brightly, mimicking the distant stars, strumming lazy chords upon our vintage hollow body guitar, sharing funny anecdotes and chuckling at the punchline. Everything is perfectly and wonderfully fine. Breezes blowing softly through the linen fabric on the line, savoring this precious moment, acting like a vintage wine. Orange turning gray, ending of the day. Shadows growing tall, evening starts to fall. Sunset rhythm taking over, slowing down the busy pace, putting an enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. Let the evening serenade us as the colors blend and fade, enjoying this spectacular masterpiece that God has made. Time suspends its rapid forward motion, temporarily granting us a peaceful and a calm serenity, washing out the frantic panic of the modern rush, blanketing the neighborhood in an exquisite hush. Slow it down, take a breath, peaceful mind, nothing left. Sunset rhythm taking over, slowing down the busy pace, slowing down the busy pace. Enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Ooh, swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet. Ooh, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. merchant galleons out on the open sea, driven purely by an insatiable, overwhelming gluttony. Loading heavy wooden chests filled with stolen bullion, commanding an armada resembling a rogue battalion. Swords are clashing loudly upon the slippery upper deck, leaving another devastated, smoking ruin wreck.
Mutiny is brewing violently down in the lower hold. Sailors whispering conspiracies, acting remarkably bold, sharpening their cutlasses to overthrow the captain's reign, willing to inflict an unbelievable amount of mortal pain. Greed is a venomous viper biting at the pirates' heel.
Betrayal is the only genuine emotion they can feel. Cursed coins stacked so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold dragging up wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal, and grief.
Hurricane forces snapping the timber and tearing the sail, realizing that human arrogance will ultimately fail. Giant tentacles emerging from the terrifying murky depth, counting every single agonizing final gasping breath.
Cannons rolling uselessly across the deeply slanted floor, knowing they will absolutely never reach the sandy shore. Skeletons are permanently guarding the shiny doubloons, haunted by the shifting tides and the gravitational moons. Maps are disintegrating slowly into the briny cold sludge, facing the ultimate impartial and unforgiving judge. Wealth cannot purchase salvation. When the hull begins to crack, there is definitively no conceivable way of turning back. Hey. Cursed coins stacked so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering Neon signs are flashing on the way to work the street. Sirens wailing loudly while the urban hustlers meet. Concrete jungle shadows hiding secrets in the dark. Graffiti painted heavily across the public park. Taxis rushing blindly through the heavy pouring rain. City life is pumping like the blood inside a vein.
Asphalt burning hot despite the chilly midnight hour. Skyscrapers are towering, projecting wealth and power. Alleyways are filled with speakers blasting every bass. Everybody trying hard to win the rat race.
Dealers on the corner making moves without a sound. Survival of the fittest in this busy, ruthless town. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies, midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire.
Motorcycles revving, tearing down the avenue. Looking for a brand new thrill, a different point of view. Sirens getting closer, gotta make a quick escape. Dodging every obstacle and stepping out of shade.
Glamour mixed with danger in a crowded, noisy club. Bartenders are pouring liquor at the local pub. Diamonds dripping brightly under artificial lights. Chasing down illusions through the never-ending nights. Clock strikes 12, the pavement shines. Walking on these dangerous lines. Headlights blinding weary eyes. Underneath the smoggy skies, midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. Stealing glass around us in this architectural maze. Trapped inside a permanent intoxicating daze. Sirens fade to whispers as the dawn approaches fast. Wondering how long this frantic metropolis will last. Watch your back, keep your head down. Survive the night in the concrete town. Down, 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 down. Midnight Kingston, where the rebels dominate the block. Living for the hustle, working way around the clock. No one sleeps tonight because the energy is raw. Navigating carefully around the broken law. Midnight Kingston, electric currents running through the wire. Fueling up the engine, throwing gasoline on fire. The city never sleeps. Kingston weeps. To the asphalt, the rhythm creeps. Folding up his laundry on the edge of the unmade bed. Unable to silence the terrifying scenarios in my head. Staring blankly at the photograph sitting on the shelf. Feeling like a completely hollow version of myself. waiting by the telephone for a call that never comes, listening to the distant, menacing sound of the street drums.
Corner boys are recruiting the vulnerable, innocent youth, selling them a glamorous fantasy
instead of the ugly truth, handing out weapons to teenagers who should be in school, playing the dangerous game where nobody follows the rules. Another promising future gets tragically, abruptly derailed, realizing the community protection has spectacularly failed. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat.
Sirens wailing sharply through the cold, unforgiving block, checking the relentless progression of the analog clock. Yellow tape surrounding the concrete basketball court. Another devastating statistic in the evening news report. Judges handing out sentences inside the sterile courtroom, sending the neighborhood boy straight into a concrete tomb. Clutching his favorite jacket tightly against my aching chest, wondering if I truly provided him with the absolute best. Lighting the solitary candle upon the makeshift wooden shrine, praying the universe will give me a single comforting sign. A mother's devotion is a remarkably unbreakable fierce bond, reaching across the physical realm into the great beyond. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. This systemic tragedy is a terrifying, monstrous breed, gathering the matriarchs to stand united in the square, transforming our monumental grief into a powerful prayer. Hold him close, let him go. Pain is real, tears will flow. For the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional, maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. Mother cries for the lost ones, weeping softly for our sons.
Fastening a velvet masquerade mask across my eyes, adopting a beautiful, intricate, and complete disguise. Slipping unnoticed through the heavy mahogany door, gliding silently across the polished marble floor, observing the patrons engaging in deceitful games, whispering affectionately, using completely fake names.
Leaning casually against the dimly lit corridor, waiting patiently for the imminent midnight call. Watching your elegant silhouette move across the room, emerging gracefully from the surrounding heavy gloom. Adjusting the collar of my tailored jet black suit, remaining exceptionally observant and completely mute. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Stepping purposefully onto the crowded dancing space, matching your remarkably complex and rhythmic pace, holding your waist with an incredibly firm command, guiding your movements exactly as I originally planned, avoiding the bright swinging beams of the spotlight, keeping our interaction completely out of direct sight.
Following your incredibly precise and calculated lead, fulfilling my unspoken, deeply buried romantic needs. Skirts flaring dramatically with every sudden turn, allowing this forbidden, passionate infatuation to burn, leaving no fingerprints or any traceable clues behind, playing manipulative tricks upon the vulnerable mind. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault, nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Illumination only ruins the fantastic mystery. We are creating our own anonymous history. Let the darkness conceal our most intimate desires, fueling these hidden, unextinguishable, roaring fires. Hide your face, take my hand, step in time as we plan. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, from the thunderstorm, shivering because we cannot keep warm. Empty bellies aching through the night, praying for a tiny glimpse of light. Concrete yards are flooded by the drain, endless cycles of historic pain.
Politicians telling blatant lies, ignoring all the hungry babies' cries. Gunshots ringing in the neighborhood, misunderstood and really doing good. Poverty is striking like a whip, sinking down like a forgotten ship. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy, brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Sirens wailing, flashing bloody red. Another innocent young brother dead, begging for some basic human rights, surviving through the terrifying fright.
Shadows stretching long across the wall, waiting for the government to fall. Grandmothers are praying on their knees, asking heaven for a gentle breeze. Scrubbing ragged clothing in the tub, eating nothing but some meager grub. Searching for a crumb of daily bread, hoping that the children can be fed. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy, brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. From the ashes of this poverty and grief, finding ultimate and permanent relief. Cry no more, dry your eyes, see the sun finally rise. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy, brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Wipe the tears, trenched down cries, Lord, hear our sighs. Prowling silently through the dense, impenetrable foliage, relying entirely on primal, instinctual, ancient knowledge. Vines wrapped insecurely around the massive tree trunks, dodging the venomous reptiles and the territorial skunks. Feline predators stalking their unsuspecting grazing prey. Nature operates perfectly in its own ruthless way.
Roaring Papa left me from the highest rocky pinnacle, observing the ecosystem raw and cynical, marking the boundaries of this undisputed sanctuary, defending the majestic pride against any adversary. Golden mane blowing fiercely in the savannah gust, surviving the wilderness requires ultimate blind trust.
Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain.
Elephants migrating across the vast dusty plains, drinking from the rivers swollen by the seasonal rains. Hippopotamuses bathing in the muddy shallow creek, only the strongest will survive, eliminating the weak. Leopards camouflage perfectly within the canopy, enjoying the absolute peak of terrestrial liberty.
Parrots walking vibrantly, displaying colorful wings, listening intently to the songs the untamed wilderness sings, foraging for berries among the thorny jagged bush, embracing the sudden overwhelming adrenaline rush, running barefoot across the rough unpaved earth, healing miraculously from every superficial hurt. Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain. Civilization attempts to pave this gorgeous greenery, but we protect this sacred biological scenery. Embrace the feral spirit roaring deep inside your chest. This natural kingdom is unequivocally the best. Breathe it in, rum so fast, wilderness unsurpassed. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe, roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain. Lions roar, eagles fly, forever, until we die. underneath the cypress trees, mixing potent remedies that bring you quickly to your knees. Crushing purple petals into fine and aromatic dust, casting ancient hexes driven heavily by wicked lust. Candles flickering intensely in the middle of the swamp.
Correction to format.
Wait.
Verse per structure. Swallowing the beat, the potion brewed from poisonous roots. Trudging through the muddy bayou, wearing heavy leather boots. Falling deep into a mesmerizing, inescapable trance. Hypnotized completely by your supernatural dance. Serpents hissing quietly among the twisted, tangled vines. Drinking up your sinister and heavily enchanted wines.
Pins inside the door, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain. Running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound. Levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion. Lost within this passionate and mystical confusion.
Alligators watching from the murky green lagoons, howling like a ravenous wolf beneath the silver moons. Wearing talismans to try and ward away the evil ghost, but I am fully captivated by my terrifying host. Swinging Grigori's pouches violently into the foggy air. Smelling wild orchids blooming softly in your raven hair.
Chanting incantations, loudly speaking in a foreign tongue. Pulling in the heavy incense deeply down into my lungs. Sacrificing logic for a taste of this forbidden fruit. Playing wicked melodies upon a wooden bamboo flute. Casting heavy shadows on the mossy overgrown terrain. Binding both our destinies with invisible iron chain. Pins inside the door, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain. Running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound. Levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion. Lost within this passionate and mystical confusion. Only heavy spells remaining tightly in my throat. Surrendering my willpower to your commanding voice, leaving me without a single rational alternative choice. Spirits wake, potion brew, hexes cast, bound to you. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain. Running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound. Levitating magically above the swampy Dancing in a velvet masquerade, mask across my eyes, adopting a beautiful, intricate and complete disguise. Slipping unnoticed through the heavy mahogany door, gliding silently across the polished marble floor, observing the patrons engaging in deceitful games, whispering affectionately using completely fake names.
Leaning casually against the dimly lit corridor wall, waiting patiently for the imminent midnight call.
Watching your elegant silhouette move across the room, emerging gracefully from the surrounding heavy gloom. Adjusting the collar of my tailored jet black suit, remaining exceptionally observant and completely mute. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault. Nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were.
Stepping purposefully onto the crowded dancing space, matching your remarkably complex and rhythmic pace, holding your waist with an incredibly firm command, guiding your movements exactly as I originally planned, avoiding the bright swinging beams of the spotlight, keeping our interaction completely out of direct sight.
Following your incredibly precise and calculated lead, fulfilling my unspoken, deeply buried romantic needs. Skirts flaring dramatically with every sudden turn, allowing this forbidden passion, infatuation to burn, leaving no fingerprints or any traceable clues behind, playing manipulative tricks upon the vulnerable mind. Identities erased, strangers getting interlaced, secrets in the vault. Nobody is at fault. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Illumination only ruins the fantastic mystery. We are creating our own anonymous history. Let the darkness conceal our most intimate desires, fueling these hidden, unextinguishable, roaring fires. Hide your face, take my hand, step in time as we blend. Shadow dance, twirling dangerously out of the light, embracing the obscure and the unknown aspects of night, tangoing mysteriously with an absolute stranger, flirting heavily with undeniable imminent danger, spinning rapidly until the entire room is a blur, uncovering exactly who we truly and deeply were. Fade to black, music dies. No more masks, no more lies. falling heavily upon my window pane. Heartache feels like carrying a heavy iron chain. Promises were broken, left to rust and to decay. Memories are haunting me and will not go away. Swallowed all my pride, but now it leaves a bitter taste. Watching all my loyalty just go to total waste.
Stomping dusty boots across the creaky wooden floor, telling you I simply cannot take it anymore. Carrying the burdens of 1,000 troubled men, writing down my sorrow with the broken leaking pen. Trouble keeps on knocking, banging loudly at my gate, struggling to tolerate this unforgiving fate.
Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cuts so rough, guess I have to be so tough. Singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on the thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them.
Whiskey glasses empty, staring blankly at the stool, realizing that love will make a genius act the fool. Guitars weeping loudly, bending notes of pure regret, trying to forgive, but I will certainly not forget.
Lipstick smeared and fading, looking tired in the glass, hoping that this miserable agony will pass. Pack my heavy bags and threw the keys into the dirt, finally escaping from this paralyzing. Strings are bending, crying loud, walking through a lonely crowd. Pain is deep and cuts so rough, guess I have to be so tough. Singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying hard to conquer them.
Scars are merely badges, proving we survived the fight, pushing through the absolute darkest parts of night.
Bitterness will eventually turn to solid grit. No, no, we ain't surrendering, we simply will not quit.
Stomp it out, sing it loud.
Lift your chin, stand up proud. Yeah, singing those rude blues, screaming at the empty wall, waiting for the hammer and the final axe to fall. Sorrow is a river flowing violently and wide. Nowhere left to run and absolutely nowhere left to hide. Yeah, we got those rude blues, chewing on a thorny stem, fighting back the demons, trying not to conquer them. Got the blues, rude blues, nothing left to lose. Zinc roofs rattling from the thunderstorm, shivering because we cannot keep warm. Empty bellies aching through the night, praying for a tiny glimpse of light. Concrete yards are flooded by the drain, endless cycles of historic pain.
Politicians telling blatant lies, ignoring all the hungry babies' cries. Gunshots ringing in the neighborhood, misunderstood and rarely doing good. Poverty is striking like a whip, sinking down like a forgotten ship. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched on tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the pebbles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched on tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Sirens wailing, flashing bloody red, another innocent young brother dead, begging for some basic human rights, surviving through the terrifying frights. Shadows stretching long across the wall, waiting for the government to fall. Grandmothers are praying on their knees, asking heaven for a gentle breeze, scrubbing ragged clothing in the tub, eating nothing but some meager grub, searching for a crumb of daily bread, hoping that the children can be fed. Mothers weeping slow, watching caskets go. Hardship on the street, blisters on our feet. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Rising from the ashes of this poverty and grief, finding ultimate and permanent relief. Cry no more, dry your eyes, see the sun finally rise. Trenched down tears, falling on the dusty gravel road, carrying a ridiculously heavy brutal load. History is written in the puddles on the ground, echoes of a tragic and a melancholy sound. Wiping trenched down tears from a devastated face, hoping for a miracle to save this broken place. Wipe the tears, trenched down cries, Lord, hear our sighs. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Slicing open ripe papaya on the wooden chopping block, ignoring the relentless ticking of the kitchen clock. Mango juices dripping stickily upon my bare skin, letting the equatorial feverish heat begin. My car screeching loudly from the highest balcony,
living in a constant state of vibrant ecstasy.
Yeah, yeah. Sweat trickling rapidly straight down my spine, drinking deeply from a flask of fermented palm wine, chopping sugar cane fiercely with a rusted machete, feeling incredibly energized, unburdened and sweaty. Humidity wrapping tightly like a thick woolen blanket, wearing a traditional hand-woven beaded anklet.
Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover, tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own.
Roasting sweet plantains over the open charcoal grill, listening to the mockingbird singing loud and shrill. Carry massive bunches of yellow bananas down the hill, working energetically with the dedicated focus will.
Dirt staining heavily upon my callous bare feet, embracing the challenge and suffocating midday heat, weaving elaborate baskets from dried flexible leaves, seeking brief shelter underneath the thatched eaves, with cracking coconuts violently against the jagged stone, feeling the vibration travel straight into the bone, spices wafting pungently throughout the entire courtyard, loving this existence even when it gets extremely hard. Oh, temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover, tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own. High level of prep, feel the pulse, taste the sweet, stomp the ground, bring the heat. Tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating, tropical heart, tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating, tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest, pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later, thriving abundantly within this lush fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburned paradise as our own. Beat goes on, sunburned